literally for developing an entrepreneurial mindset. Number one, be focused. What I mean by be focused is people would rather buy. So entrepreneurs by definition, great, I'm ADHD. I don't know if there's anybody out there, you don't have to admit it. And I'm dyslexic as well. And it's interesting because my intent is actually not to be focused. My disposition is not to be focused on an ongoing basis. So you have to force yourself. By the way, a lot of entrepreneurs are ADHD. That is a normal thing. What I've done, if anybody's out there that has somewhere in that area, I bottled it and use it for my benefit. And how do I use it for my benefit? I use it for my benefit because I can think faster, because typically ADHD people think faster than anybody else in the room. And so you can be ahead of them. You can anticipate what they're thinking or seeing. So if you do have a weakness somewhere like I do, and I don't consider my ADHD a weakness, I consider it a strength. Bottle that strength up and use that. Sorry, that was it. I digressed for a moment, but I wanted to make sure I mentioned that. People would rather buy from a specialist and they'll pay more money for a specialist than they will a generalist. So when you're an entrepreneur just starting out, make sure that you specialize. I want you to be a niche within a niche within a niche within a niche. The more you specialize at the beginning, so what I call is land and expand. That means that when you land and expand, you land something, you start somewhere, and then you expand. Here's what entrepreneurs normally want to do. They want to expand and then they land. And then they never land because they're too busy expanding on nothing. So you got to expand first. A couple other quick things. Your actions create momentum. This is a really important one. Listen up. I don't care what you do towards your entrepreneurial endeavor, but do something. Start somewhere. Go to Google and start Googling your competition. Maybe start just by prototyping something on paper. You don't even have to show anybody. But if you have that entrepreneurial burning desire in you to be an entrepreneur and you have an idea, don't be ashamed of that idea. Put that idea out and have people react to it. And you know what? Not everybody's going to get the idea. You know why people don't get your idea? Not everybody will. Not part of your target market. So, I tell my mom what I do for a living and she's like, oh, that's nice. Did you eat okay? Are you okay? You feeling good? All of that. She's not my target market. So mom isn't my target market. So when she hears my idea, she goes, yeah, that's nice. And then she moves on to another topic. You want to talk to people that actually would want your product or service. They will respond positively and they'll get it. So don't worry so this idea of action creates momentum. I just want you to do something because once you do something, you create a little bit more momentum. And this is true in anything you do. And then you get a little bit more momentum as well. I also want to say master and move on. Master what you're doing and then do something else. Then continue your growth. So what a lot of entrepreneurs do is they jump around like a bunny rabbit and they go from here to here to here to here, and it's not enough as well. And then the last thing that I'm going to say, I was going to give you a last quick tip because I got to skip to the bottom real quick, but two things real quick. One, you got to have a big vision, okay? You want a vision that's going to excite, motivate, educate, inspire people. It doesn't mean that you have to execute that vision tomorrow, but you want to put a big vision out there. And so as they bring it on down, then you start to execute a smaller version of that vision. But what you communicate to people is a big vision. Get them excited and bring them into your fold. The final thing I want to tell you, if you get stuck, if you're overwhelmed, if you feel a little bit, just break it down into small bite-sized pieces. Don't try to tackle it all. As entrepreneurs, we try to tackle so much and we on our own because we're entrepreneurs. We're solo acts, right? Bring in other people, break it down into bite-sized pieces, and you're going to be wildly successful. I want to thank you so very much for allowing me to present Entrepreneurial Mindset to you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Good luck, everyone.